Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Ashley Inspyrz, and I like to inspire you with my lived experience and how I navigate my mindset and my reality. So, we tend to call our podcast Reality INspyrd, and it is reality inspired. And I like to share my insights and I like to talk it out loud, and I feel like it teaches myself and others to explore different aspects or look at their identity in different ways. And I got to have a beautiful transmission with grandmother Aya, which is my first time over the weekend. It is now Wednesday. And I thought I was going to organize my thoughts, and I really was like, this doesn't feel like I don't know what there is to be organized. And then I was like, but I also don't know what to share. And then it's just like, start filming. So here we are. And what I can say is that it was beautiful. It was easy, it was flowing, it was insightful, it was important, it was this beautiful layering of like possibilities. And then there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this. And it's like this, and it looks like this, and it's like this. It's all a big show. It's a big show. And we're all playing our part. What part are you playing in your life? Are you playing the main character in your life? Or are you letting other people's impressions or observations or opinions or assumptions or categorizing of you define you and place you where you are existing right now, because you didn't have the tools to stay in your truth? To stay in your truth, that other stuff, you can't take it personally. And that is hard. I was at a book signing this evening for Michelle Maros, and she wrote a book called Dear Friend, and it's a daily practice. And Jen Pensanoff was there, and I have been following her for a long time, and she was sharing the example of how we apologize. We even like apologize for existing. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. And we shrink ourselves in this like interesting way. And then later in the conversation came up that she doesn't, Barbara was talking about the 4 agreements and not taking anything personally. And then the discussion happened, well, that's really hard to not take things personally. And like, I won't read book reviews because I just take things personally. But I know this about myself. So now my recovery time, so like your tolerance for feeling like shit after you take something personal, it becomes less. So that's one way to approach it. Another way to approach it is like, I have a mantra of like, it is okay for people not to like me. It is okay for people not to like me, because I come from the want and the urge to want to people please, to like make sure you're happy, make sure you're satisfied. I will go out of my way to make sure you've got all needs met. And then I forget all about my needs. But as long as you're okay and I'm out on the corner in my rags, that's okay. As long as you're warm, you got a roof over your head, you're good. Exaggeration. And I have to stay center. And to find a center is the challenge. To find center is the shadow work. To find center, you need to know yourself. You need to know what your thoughts, opinions, and beliefs are about these areas in your life. So you're not like being pushed over, or you hear something and you're like, that's true. Like that. People say bogus stuff all the time. We are in a world of people that are just word vomiting whatever the heck kind of bogus ass comment they can come up with. And it doesn't come from a kind place. Most of the time. And then there are the ones that do come from a good place, and they are amazing, and I'm so grateful for those people. More of those, please. Those people they can tell you what to do. And then that something else came up is like they're touring. It's a mother-daughter duo, and the mother, the daughter is like 40, and she says, yeah, and my mother is still trying to tell me what to wear. She thought I was wearing a dress that my boobs were out. Too much boob at my book signing. And I was like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm 40 years old. And then Jen goes, she can still tell you what to do, but you don't have to do what she says. And I think that goes hand in hand with the not taking things personally. Like, my mom just said, you know what? You're probably not booking any movies because you have short hair, essentially is what she said. And I'm like, we had the whole thing. I was like, oh, wow, I could have like really let that get to me. I could have really let that get under my skin, but I didn't. I have an understanding of where she was coming from. And I know she didn't mean ill will. She truly thinks she's offering something supportive. And I could have gone in, and I can share later, perhaps. I didn't feel that was very supportive. You know, I didn't like that. But I don't have to react and get fired up about it, and then, or have a hard time about it, think about it, ruminate over it, then resent my mother secretly every day, forever and ever. Like, none of that feels good. So to just hear it, and I was like, no, short hair's my thing. I'm sticking with it. I like it. And I was like, oh yeah, I feel good in that. Like, and then it was like, I didn't even like feel the resistance to her. I just kind of like felt it bounce off. I was like, oh, that could have bothered me, but it didn't. Because if I had a place where I didn't feel true within myself, or know myself, or secureless, so not safe in your body, or not safe in your ability to decipher that whatever is coming out of that person's mouth doesn't mean shit about you. External validation, it's being validated, but for like the wrong thing. It doesn't matter. It's You just can't let it in. It can come in if you want, but also like if you know yourself, you're like, that's not true. Keep going. That's not true. Keep going. They're like, if there's a little crook in the crawl, then you got to look at it. I'm thinking of one right now, and I'm like, okay, I said something, and I'm like, did I say the right thing? Did I not answer it right? Did it, like, not right, but like, was I short? Did I kind of cut the conversation? Was I listening? Did I actually hear what was said? And I keep kind of going over it, and I'm like, you know what? She's not thinking about it, so I need to let it go. I need to just say whatever was said, like nobody's feelings were hurt, and if I need clarification on perhaps what was said, I can go and ask, and that's fine. But I can't sit here and be like, did I, You can't let it in. Or you can let it in, but you got to process it. You got to move it through the system. It's when we don't move the stress, when we don't address that feeling, when we're like, oh, go down. No, now's not the time. No, it's not the time. Now it's not the time. You just stay right there. You just stay right there. So you're just going to bubble under the surface for the rest of the freaking day until someone says the wrong thing. Say the wrong thing to me. Say the wrong thing to me. Yeah, everything's fine. Just fine. That's what it does. Duh. If you don't address it, I got crazy. Got a little splash of the tea. Really not that big of a deal, though. So, yeah. It's know yourself. Trust yourself. Feel secure within yourself. Love yourself. Take care of your needs first before you extend that helping hand, because it's hard to have a strong grip when your cup's not full, when you're feeling out of energy, when you're low, when you're in survival, when you're living in survival. You can't help anybody else. And you're going to seek that external validation, and you're going to come back empty. It's not going to be there. You got to love yourself. You got to be grateful for your choices. You got to cheer yourself on. You have to praise yourself. You have to celebrate yourself. You have to be the nicest person to yourself. Talk to your body, talk to your mind, talk to your soul, talk to your spirit. Let your body know that you're here in a conversation. This is a collaboration, a co-creation between body and mind, where that dialogue is open. And we do not shift from punishment. We shift into growth. If you made a mistake, oh, that was silly. How do I correct that? I shouldn't have done it that way. Next time I want to do it this way. Oh, I did that thing I didn't want to do. I broke that habit again. I said I wasn't going to do it. Oh, God, I'm such an idiot. No. Just, oh, shit. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do this again. What is going on? Why? What is the thought that happens, that triggers the action, that then I have a guilt cycle over? You have to reverse engineer it. It's work. That's why you read all the books, you do all the things they say to do, but then you don't apply it after the workshop is over, after you read the book the one time, after you listen to the podcast. If you don't apply it, still back in square one. And you go a little on the wheel, go a little, and you're like, I'm breaking off, I'm out of here, I'm out of here. And then you're back. They're like, no way, I'm busting off this hamster wheel. Get me out of here. Ow, that hurt. Oh, I think I hit my head. What was I doing again? All right, hamster wheel. You go right back to the familiar pattern. Why? Because the mind's there to keep you safe. You can't go out of bounds. It doesn't want you to go out of bounds because you made these bounds and this is where you feel safe. Guess what? The unknown, Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, the unknown is the land of creation. The unknown is where waves collapse into particles and particles turn into form before your eyes. And so maybe right now you're feeling like I either got to change something because my reality is not looking like where I'm going. And so instead of beating yourself up, I'm not where I'm going. I'm not where I'm going. You say, all right, I know where I'm going. What does that look like? What does that sound like? What are they saying? They're saying, oh, wow, you did it. Yeah, look at you. Crushing it. Girl, you doing a good job. Girl, you doing a good job. Girl, you doing a good job. We're celebrating. Celebrate you now. The self-love starts now. And when you're loving yourself, things are just going to unfold easily, effortlessly. The red carpet's going to be literally rolled out in front of you. And you're going to be like, it's about damn time. Everyone's going to be like, where you been? But also, I've known you my whole life. And I'll be like, I know. Tell me about it. Okay? Live it, feel it, assume it's already, if you're asking for it, it's already yours. That meaning, agree to it. Say, okay, it's coming. I placed my order. It's just backlogged a little bit. They're just a little backed up. Give a little breathing room. Give them some space. They're shaping it up, and then you'll get your order when you're ready. Patience. But eager patience of like, okay, this is happening. How do we take responsibility for it and say, this is happening and what's the action we're going to take to make that happen? Okay? What's the action? We're going to reverse engineer some shit. Okay? And when we figure out what that thought is that's not serving your greatest and highest good, that has you in these negative thought patternings, these thought forms that keep you back on the hamster wheel. Okay? This time we're going to jump off, and how we're going to stay jumped off is we're just going to keep being nice to ourselves and saying, oh, I saw that thought. That's not a thought. We're going to think, insert something good, insert a positive phrase, insert, we want to change that, insert, that's not true, insert, I tend my garden, sticking to myself, whatever it is. I love me, I love me, I love me. Just say yes to you. That's what this is about. Welcome, Ashley Inspyrz, okay? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'd like to be get to know you in your room, in your house, on your phone. Share it with your friends. Tell some people. I don't know. Communicate with me. Say hi, because I'm so glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Because I like making these videos. Okay. Ciao for now.